Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultra Squad. Today we're back at again of another what if. Now, where I actually last left off, sorry, was actually where where they actually introduced like Gasper. But I'm actually going to do a change. Now, before the video starts, I would like to apologize for not recording. I had school, but don't worry, I'm still recording. I'm not going to take like 1 month off a year. Sorry. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. So yeah, I truly do apologize. And guys, I've been thinking of adding like something into this what if. I'm adding like another anime like series to this what if. Like, is that if you guys haven't seen this anime, it's called Date Alive. I think so. Yeah, seeing that Issei is actually a demigod spirit, and in the anime of Date Alive, they're spirits. So I was thinking of making them to cross over. It would make sense. Like Issei's mother is actually a spirit. Jack Frost was actually like a spirit, but half spirit, half human. So yeah, you know where I'm actually coming from. But still, yeah. So anyway, let's get into this video. Now, like I said, where we left off was actually where they introduced Gasper, but I'm gonna be changing something. Gasper won't be like a boy; he'll be a girl. So yeah, you already know where this thing is actually going. As so yeah. Now for this one, Issei actually already left as he doesn't even meet Gasper. Like in this one, I might even change Gasper name to Gaspera. Gaspera. It actually sounds good. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah. The Ife right now is actually just walking home. It's been about like what 2 days since they released Gasper. Ife hasn't seen Gasperi. Sorry. As Issei is just walking. He's walking home. He's just like chilling. As he's just thinking of a new way to train. As Issei has been focusing on training, guys. As he's been more focusing on getting stronger, on how to use Drek's powers correctly. So yeah, on he already knows Drek's flames and the Crimson Red Flames Purgatory. I think it was. I actually don't know. As guys, if you actually don't know Drek's flames, these flames can literally burn the soul and even hurt God itself. That's like, damn, Isaac already knows it, but knows how to use it, but not properly. He doesn't know how to draw out its full power. So yeah, as Isaac is just walking, he's thinking like of ways to use Dreg's powers. As Dreg just talks to Ethan, he's like, partner, if you're actually looking for a way to control my powers, there actually is a way. Alicia said, like, what is that? Well, this is only right there for me, and like, this is only like a suggestion, but if you want, you could surround yourself with flames. As Issei said, like, what are you talking about? Drake replies to Issei saying that, well, you have to like stand in the middle with flames literally just burning around you. You get used to the heat, and after that, it will force you to draw out your flames. Well, my flames actually. He says things like, that actually is a good idea. I could like having the flames surrounding me, drawing out your flames and power. That could be a good idea. But I want to focus on my physical body, seeing that I actually want to, if I work on my physical body, I'll be able to store more power. Like, oh guys, easy magic with this. Like, oh my god, let me tell you, there's like Uzumaki level. Easy, like magic reserves are actually huge. Like, let me tell you, they are huge. Seeing that he's actually like a demigod, his magic reserves are literally huge. He has like a huge supply. Uzumaki style, guys. Naruto. So yeah. So he has so much like magic and reserves. Is he is way higher than Rias, Akano, Konoko, like Sona, Tabiki, Kiba, and so on. Oh, and guys, in this one, the Novia is actually interested in Kyla. As guys, oh, I also forgot to tell you that Kyla's last name will be Rick, Kyla Rick. So yeah, I actually kind of like it. So yeah, As so yeah. Anyway, back to the story. As Issei no time skip to where Issei actually reaches his house. As when Issei actually gets there, he opens the door. To his surprise, he sees Valet there. As Issei is actually kind of happy to see her there. He just smiles. He gives like her a smile, and she smiles back. She's like, "Hey, Issei, welcome back." And Issei says like, "Welcome back, Valet. How are you?" And Lovelace is like, I'm actually good. She goes over, gives him a kiss. Guys, like, nobody knows about Issei's and Valet's relationship, apart from Issei's, like, mother. So, yeah. As, Issei just goes, sits down right there. He say, like, oh my god. Oh, school is literally distressful for me. As Valet just goes and sits next to Issei, as she just goes right there, like, and like massages him, like gives him pleasure. As time skip to about about 7 minutes. Ife is literally like right there, like training with Valet, like they're fighting because they're literally bored. As Ife is just like trying to like hit his crimson flames towards the Valet. Valet just keeps on dividing them. As she can see that Ife is actually using Drake's powers. As she can actually tell my rival is actually really has been improving. I just wonder, when will he get to Juggernaut Drive? That's when the real fight will actually start. As Albion said, like, calm down, Verlaine. He may be strong. Possibly right there he could match you right now. And Verlaine said, like, yeah, you're right. But I doubt that. As two of them just keeps on fighting. As Issei says, like, I think right there is actually time for me to try this move out. As Issei just goes as he collects moonlight energy, as he keeps on he keeps building up the moonlight like energy. Guys, if you actually seen like Seven Deadly Sins, as if you guys haven't watched it, then you should just go and watch it. It's good. He keeps on building moonlight energy until he actually creates something similar, kind of like a moon. As guys, if you've seen Escanor, like Cruise Sun, that's what it looked like, but it's actually white. So yeah, as Volley sees it, she's literally surprised as she can see. Well, she can actually feel so much power coming from that attack as Issei just smiles, said like, huh, divine moon. As he just throws the attack towards Verlaine. Verlaine right there tries to divide it. Seeing that it's actually too much for her, she literally just dodged. And the attack just hit the floor, completely exploded. As Verlaine actually sees that, she said like, damn, that, what was that? As Issei just laughed, like he's just laughing and say like, "You like that? That was actually called my divine moon." As Valen just said like divine moon, and Issei just goes to explain that he actually collects like moonlight energy, and after that he just stores it, and then after that he can just release it. So yeah, as sorry. My apologies, guys. Sorry for pausing the video. I just had to do something. As Issei explains that he actually collects moonlight energy or solar, moonlight energy. Like he just explains like every time the moon is out, like he draws power from it. This it's kind of like Escanor. Like there is like when the sun is out, I'm actually at my full power. Like as for Issei, when the moon is out, he's at his full power. But when the moon, like when it's nighttime, that's when he draws out his full potential power. So seven deadly sins, baby. As Pauline's actually completely surprised about this. Like she picked a good partner. Not just any partner, a hard working, dependable partner. As to them smile as they continue on fighting. Guys, if you actually don't know, like, let me tell you, like, sorry right here, this is literally Issei's balance breaker. As if you guys are wondering, like, he has the wings. It's literally silver. He can change it to red, to this, wherever he wants. But mostly, this is it, guys. This is Issei's balance breaker. Like, if you guys are wondering, like, what happened to the color, it's because he's a demigod, spirit, like moonlight, divine light, whatever. He mixed it in with his sacred gear, saying that this gives him a boost in power. So yeah. So guys, this is Issei's new armor. So yeah. As time skipped to the next day, as Issei is literally like just finished school. As Issei is actually just bored. Verlaine is like told Issei that she's actually planning to go like on a mission from Azazel. Or by the way, Azazel doesn't even know about Verlaine and Issei's relationship. Not yet, but when he finds out, he's gonna be shocked. As Issei's just walking around, he actually just he's not paying attention as somebody just goes and bumps into him. As the person falls, Issei actually just looks at Issei like, huh? Sorry, my bad. As Issei just looks at this person, as when Issei looks, he sees her. This is Gaspara. No, sorry, Gasparine. Sorry. As when Issei sees her, he's just literally just lost in words. As Gaspar just looks at Issei, as she blushes to see Issei, cause guys, Issei is just like a pimp, like he's a pimp. As like Gaspar just is just shocked as and oh guys, in this one Gaspara is shy, she's clumsy and so on, like she's not like smiling like this and so on, like confident like this inside the picture right here. She's a little bit clumsy. So this is Gasparine. Oh no, sorry, Gaspara, sorry. As when she actually realized that she's staring at Ether too long, she but accidentally uses like her sacred gear to paralyze Issei. But when she does that, it doesn't even affect Issei. As Gaspar said, "Wait, what? How?" As Issei says, like, "Huh? You have one time ability, huh?" As Gaspar gets up, like runs behind like a tree hiding. As Issei says, like, "I'm not gonna hurt you." And Gaspar says, like, sorry, my apologies. Who are you?" As Issei said, like, "Oh, my name is Issei Hyodo." And Gaspara said, like, "Issei Hyodo. Well, my name is Gaspara." As Issei just said, like, "Gaspara. Wait, you're Reese's bishop, aren't you?" As Gaspara said, like, I am. How did you know?" As Issei said, like, "I had a hunch." Just thinking of Reyes, like what Reyes and the rest did to him. He doesn't care. As right there, like he like not so long like Zenobia that comes in and she says like, "Found you, Gaspara." As Gaspara just runs and hides behind Issei. As Issei says like, "What are you guys doing?" As just like a few minutes later, Kiba, like Konoko, Asia, Kyla just comes out. They say like, Issei. As Issei says like, "What are you guys doing?" As Inoue says like, "We're actually training Gaspara here to use her sacred gear properly." As Gaspara just says like, so just chasing me around with the sword is helping me with my sacred gear?" As Inoue says like, "You need to have more better stamina." As Issei says like, "You've been chasing her with your sword?" And Inoue says like, "Is there a problem?" As Azazel's like, not too long, Azazel just appears. He's just laughing like, "Ha ha 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 ha." Well, I actually never expect to see this scene. And everybody just looks as they can see like Azazel as everything happens like like similar to the anime. Just Kyla is just there. Zenobia just gets her Geronda out ready to fight. As Azazel just explains to them that they're training like the vampire wrong to use her sacred gear, sorry, properly, and so yeah on. Like everything that's happening happens similar to the anime just left, and Issa just sees he decides as he just walks away. Gaspares like sees it like she's actually curious about Issei, as As Gaspar just says like, Issei is Issei just turns around and says like, yeah. As Gaspar says like, well, nothing. It's nothing. As Issei just like shrugs it off and he just walks off. As Kyla sees this, he gets a little bit mad. As he gets a little bit mad, but he brushes off, saying like, "Huh, it doesn't really matter. I'll have her soon." Time skip to where Gaspara and Issei had been kind of like, like they've been hanging out. Like they actually like came to a point where Gaspara started following Issei. Issei actually spotted her as like he like from that point they just started like becoming friends. As in secretly, Issei had actually been helping Gaspara control her sacred gear better, as in like not by like physical exercise, but just like calmness. He actually started helping Gaspara of her confidence as also right there to be calm. As for Issei and Gaspara, they've been doing breathing exercise. They've been like keeping calm, as Issei has been telling her that to always have a cool head and not to lose cool, and so yeah on. This actually went on for about 2 weeks, and Gaspara already started developing a crush on Issei, as she sees Issei like as kind, collected. He doesn't even care about like her powers and so yeah on. As yeah, she just likes her, guys. No, she just likes him. So yeah, as right there, we're actually gonna do like a time skip. I'm sorry for the time skip, but I actually want to get to the good part. As time skip to where Issei is actually like in class. As the teacher is like explaining some boring, English. Issei has actually been Ethan actually changed in class. He actually pays attention. Like his classmates actually realize this. Like even his friends Moriatsu and Yatsuba, they see Ethan like he's no longer a pervert. He doesn't perv on girls. The girls in they were actually surprised about Ethan's change, seeing out how he went from being a pervert to the most hottest boy in the whole school. As guys, like everybody calls everybody actually looks like Issei like kind of like the king. They call him kind of like sorry the Moonlight King. Sorry, because right there Issei just keeps on looking up at the moonlight. As every time there's a moon, Issei just looks up. He just thinks about the moon. He even right there plays a piano. If you guys are wondering, like, wait, Issei plays the piano, just roll with it. He plays the piano. Like, every time when class ends, Issei just goes to the music room, seeing that there's nobody there, and nobody even uses it. Issei just plays the piano, and the music that he plays, it just echoes through the whole school. Everybody is just, like, in love with this new Issei. So, yeah. So anyway, back to the story. As Issei is actually just literally right in in class until right there the doors open, as it's no other than Kiba. As Kiba just said like sorry to interrupt and class, and all the girls just start squealing like, oh my god, it's a Prince Kiba. Sorry. As Kiba just said like, I actually come right there for Hyodo Issei. Issei says like, yeah, I'm coming. Now, guys, Issei is no longer part of Reyes Parage, because he doesn't have the evil pieces inside of him. He's 50% dragon, guys, and demigod, and also spirit. So yeah, as Issei and Kiba actually walk into the club room, they actually reach there until Reyes is there. Reyes is there as with her Parage members. As Kiba just said like, I brought him as the president, and Reyes is like, oh good. As Issei Reyes looks like Issei and she just smiles. Issei just gets like a cold glare towards her. This actually shocked Reyes, but she keeps like a calm face. As Reyes said like, Issei, I'm glad you can make it. As Issei said like, what do you want, Reyes? I'm actually was busy in class. If this is actually not good, I'm walking out this door. As everybody was surprised about Issei's attitude, as Reyes is like, well, for I'm sorry for that, but for starters, I was actually just checking up on you. Issei said like checking up on me. What what do you mean by that? As Reyes said like, well, you are my pawn, of course. I must care about you. You've been acting really strange. Issei said like, I've been acting really strange. So what? You figured this out now? Oh my god. If this is all you actually have to say, then I'm actually done. As Rhea just is like, Issei, wait, as your mistress, I'm ordering you. Issei just looks at her, she's like Issei said, like, you? Mistress? Please, don't make me laugh. As Rhea says, Issei, what do you mean? As Issei said, like, look here, Reyes, you're not my mistress. And you can't tell me what to do. As, Reyes said, like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not your mistress. As, everybody's curious right now. All eyes are just on Issei. Issei said, like, for number one, Reyes, you never cared about me. Oh, and in this one, like, guys, Kyler is actually not inside, like, the club room. He got something else to do with the student council, so yeah. As, right there, Reyes says, like, what, what do you mean that I actually don't care about you? I obviously care about you. Ethan said, like, okay, enough with the dumb chat. Listen here, Reyes, you never cared about me. Ever since right there during that engagement that I tried to save against you, with Riser, you've been completely annoying me. As Reyes is like, what? I actually don't know what you're talking about, Ethan. As Ethan said, like, right, listen here. Ever since right there, I actually fought off against Riser. You've been acting strange. Like, I tried, Issa just explains, like, that he actually wanted to challenge Riser. Then this Kyler, guy came in, bet him, and Issa says, like, so after I lost, you went straight to Kyler. You didn't even check up on me to see if I was alright. And to top it off, you didn't even ask like how I am, or you didn't even say thank you. Not even once. You didn't even say thank you once. Like all of you guys from the club room had completely been annoying me. I sacrificed an arm for you, Reyes, and you didn't even say thank you. And after that, you guys have been completely annoying me. I heard you talking behind my back how pathetic and how you started comparing me to Kyler, saying that how perfect he is, how right there brilliant he is. Like honestly, like the only thing he actually cares, he doesn't care about you. Let me tell you this. I hear him talking about you as before he even says like anything, he is slapped by Reyes. As this even shocks the whole like Parash member. As Reyes is like, so that's what it is. You're just jealous right there because of Kyla. As Ethan just said, like, no, I'm not jealous. I actually right now don't hold any feeling towards you, Grimmery. As Reyes just takes like a step back. As Ethan said, like, if you let me finish before right there you even slap me. And Ethan just goes and release one deadly aura, killer aura, as the whole room started to freeze. As Ethan said, like, now let me continue. I heard you talking behind my back. The rest of you, how you compare me to Kyler. How right there perfect he was. And to be honest, I was actually sick of it, and I tried to annoy it. As I was just literally, I just wanted you to even say thank you. You guys annoyed me, especially you right there, like Arkano, Arcia. Like you guys had completely right. Like when I needed help, you guys just said like, "Oh, sorry, we're actually kind of busy helping Kyler." I needed help with filling out forms like package, but you guys didn't really care. As do you know, I actually got attacked by some rogue like devils, and you did nothing about it. I tried to talk to you, and you didn't even do anything. As when Issei says this, like they hung their heads down in shame, as they actually realize that they've been spending too much time with Kyla. They completely forgot about Issei. Like he's actually right. After when he tried to save Reyes from Ryza, they just completely ignored him and they just favor Kyla. They were just picking favorites. As they actually felt really bad about that. As Issei just goes on to continue saying like, listen here. About you being my mistress, you're no longer my mistress. Cause you know why? I'm literally surprised that you actually haven't even noticed this. Do you know that I'm no longer a devil? As Reese is like, what do you mean that you're no longer a devil? Of course you are. As Issei says, like, no, 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 I'm no longer like a devil. If you guys actually focus on my energy, I don't radiate like a devil's energy like you lot. As when everybody just focuses on Issei's energy, they are completely shocked. They don't feel any demonic energy coming from him. As Akano just goes and says like, what happened to you, Issei? Why I can't feel your energy like your devil energy. The Ether says like that because I'm no longer the devil and I don't have your evil pieces anymore. And this even shocks everybody in this room. As Rhea says like that's not possible. They're linked to your soul. As Ethan said, like, huh, well, why don't you just check your drawer? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure your evil pieces are there. It's been like, how many months? About like what, 3 months? I was no longer a devil, and you haven't even realized it. Like, come on. As oh guys, if you guys are wondering, Gasper, like no, Gaspera, she's actually in like in class, like she's actually trying to socialize with people because Issei told her right there to get confident around people. So Gaspera like is actually in class. So yeah. So as Rita goes over to check her drawers, and to her surprise, she sees about 8 pawn pieces there. As Riz is actually shocked as she looks towards Issei, as Issei said, like, "What? You surprised?" As Riz said, like, "That's not possible. It, Issei, how?" As Issei said, like, Why are you complaining, Riz? You actually don't need me. You have Kyler. If you actually was so desperate to get out of that relationship with Ryza, you could have just asked Kyla instead right there of humiliating me in front of the whole Devil race. Like, come on. The first time I fought against Ryza, I lost towards his pawn. Second time in the rating game. Third time, I got humiliated by your friend. Like, come on. Do you really want to make me look bad? Or it just shows that you actually don't really care. Truth be told, you never cared about me. You only cared about my power. Adrita shouts out, "That's not true," Issei. As right there, Kiba says like, "What's gone into you?" Riz would never care. She doesn't care about your powers. As Issei says like, "Truth be told, let's not tell any lies. She obviously revived me just because I have a secret gear. Like, come on, if I was a human, would you revive me?" As this even like surprised everybody here. As Issa said, like, truth be told, Reyes, I actually know about your plan with Reina. As Reyes says, like, what do you mean about Reina? As Issa says, like, well, truth be told, I'm not actually stupid, Reyes. You actually think I'm actually stupid? It actually took me a long time to figure this, but you left me to die to Reina's hands, didn't you not? And Reina shouts out like, "No, I didn't, Issei." As Issei says like, let me finish. The Ethan said like, you even told me yourself that like a devil has knows what's going on in their territory, like every 24/7. Like you already know what's going on in your territory, so that means you knew that Reina was in your territory. As Riz is like, well, as Issa just cuts her off, saying like, well, Reina was actually in your territory, but you didn't do nothing about it. As she asked me out on a date. As I was actually like the date. I was actually happy, but the funny thing is, right there before the date even started, your familia. I remember your familia gave me a summoning sheet. Did you not? And Ray said like, well, yeah. As Ethan said like, so you did, huh? So obviously you knew I was going on right there with Reina, huh? As you gave me the summoning sheet, I didn't really care that much about it. I put it in my pocket. The day went normally until right there Reina killed me, and then used to swoop down, just revive me as your pawn, and I became a devil. You know that's the messed up way to revive somebody. You do know that? As right there, like Akano had enough, and she just lashes out like on Issei. She just goes on and says like, Issei, Wraith will never do something like that. As Issei says like, are you sure about that? And this even surprised Akano like, of course I'm sure. And Issei says like, well, tell me, how come right there you knew where I actually was the second night? The first night I obviously died, but the second night, how do you know where I actually was? You know, it's actually kind of strange. You showing up right there the first night, and then the second night you showing up right there after a second fallen angel comes and nearly kills me. Oh my god, trust me, I'm not stupid. You think right there I'm actually stupid? You guys left me to die by the hands of Reina. Now, am I right or am I wrong? As nobody says a word. I just feel like Issei's actually figured out the plan that actually left him to die. As Issei says like, well, apart from right there, some people, Kiba wasn't even part of it. As this even surprised Kiba, as Kiba said like, well, yeah, as Issa says like, well, truth be told, Kiba, you actually didn't really know about that plan. The only person who knew about it was actually Riz, Akano, and Konako, because it was actually kind of strange. Seeing that the first time I was actually on the bridge, I saw like Konako, but I didn't really pay that much attention because I was actually kind of happy going on a date. And the second time was actually Akano. I actually kind of felt her staring at me at the hallways. At that time, it was like when I actually thought Reina actually killed me. I thought it was all a dream. And the third time was actually when, I nearly got killed by Dunseek, and where Riz Agno Konako came out. You were not part of it, and I know that for sure. I don't know you're not that kind of person who will leave somebody to die. Like, of course, right there you nearly went down the path of revenge and so you're on. But who cares? I just said what I actually wanted to say. As everybody just felt sad about this. As Ozzy says like, Issei, please. As right there, Issei said like, you Ozzy, I actually don't want to even talk to you. I just surprised like Ozzy said like, what? As Issei said like, you? Yeah, I actually don't know what to say to you, Ozzy. Completely, you also been annoying me. Ever since Kyla just came in, you just moved out of my house. As you moved in with Kyla, as you would like, you didn't even tell me that you were actually gonna move out. Like, it's your life. I'm not gonna stop you. As you stop hanging out with me. You even joined Kyla. So yeah, it's actually like I'm actually disappointed in you, Arcia. So yeah, that's it. That's all I actually wanted to say. I hope you guys realized your mistakes. Cause right now you just lost. One person right there who was actually, I actually thought you guys were actually my friends. Well, I actually don't know about you, Kiba, but the rest, no. Gaspara, she's actually a good friend of mine, so I just hope right there she doesn't turn out like somebody like you. Or Kyla. As with that, Issei just goes and leaves, as he just leaves everybody there shocked, with no words to say. It was a dead silence. As, sorry guys about this, sorry. Sorry guys, I got something stuck inside my throat. So anyway, time skip to where Issei is actually walking home. As he's not actually like walking alone. He's walking with Gaspara as like as if you guys are wondering like why is Gaspara walking with like what Issei, it's because right there they became good friends as they decided like yo to walk home together. As Gaspara like she doesn't live inside the Coach Research Club. No, she kind of lives in like next to Reyes and like where the rest are. They're not like she's not staying with Kyla, but yeah, she just living next to them. As they go to separate ways, they just go to separate ways, and he says, reach home already. He opens the door. As to his surprise, he sees his mother, Colette. As yeah, Colette. I think right there that's the name that I actually gave her. If not, then sorry. As Ethan just sees like, mom. As Ethan's mom just says like, Ethan, I'm actually glad to see you. As Ethan says like, it's good to see you, but what are you doing here? As Quillette just said like, well, of course, right there, I actually wanted to see my son. As Ethan says like, well, it's actually good to see you too. I was actually like wondering like when you actually come over. As Quillette said like, indeed, yeah, indeed. But I also right there actually came to check up on you, and also I came to ask for a favor. And Ethan said like a favor. What like Ethan said like what do you mean like a favor? As Quillette said like, well, I actually want you to take care of somebody or actually help me out on this small thing. Ethan said like, sure thing, just name it and then I'll do it. As Quillette said like, I actually want you to mind right there your little sister. 3 minutes later, what? Wait, little sister? Wait, what do you mean? As Kodak just started like laughing. She said like, "Oh, Ethan, of course, right there you have like a little sister, but not actually blood related, but she's sort of right there similar to you." As Ethan said like, what do you mean?" As a few minutes later, like no, like about like a few seconds later, um, a summoning circle just showed up behind Colette, and he just sees something that actually surprises him. Like, sorry, like one sec, sorry, uh, sorry guys, for that I truly apologize for pausing. It's just that I had to find the picture. It's just right here. To Ethan's surprise, a girl that comes out of a magic circle as Issei sees like a little girl, well, kind of like what, 13 years old? No, wait, sorry, not 13. She's actually 14 in this one. So yeah, like don't worry, she's 14. As Issei sees like a 14-year-old girl with long mixed with orange and red hair, with right there like she's wearing like a uniform, like what you guys see inside the thumbnail right here, like the pictures, and a black and red ribbon like tied into a ponytail. As Issei is actually just surprised by this, as right there, if you guys don't know her, it's actually Kotori. As Colette just said like, Kotori, you actually arrived. As Kotori said like, hello right there, Colette. As Ethan just looks at her as Kotori just looks at him and say like, "What's up, big bro?" As Ethan is like is speechless. He's like, "What's going on here?" As Coletta said, like, well, I actually, right there, I actually want Kotori to live with you. As Issa says, like, oh, really? I actually don't mind that. But I'm feeling right there there's something that you're not telling me. As Kotori said, like, yeah, she's smart, big bro. But let me just tell you this. The reason right now I'm actually gonna be living with you is to actually get to know more about you, but also something else. A mission that we're actually on. A mission? Issei says. As Kotori just says, like, yep, a mission. As Issei says, like, so what's the mission about? As Quilletta goes and says, like, well, son, Issei, um, we're actually having like a problem right here in joining our faculty. Like, I actually like wanted you guys like to say this, like the moon faculty, like I'm gonna call it like a spirit faculty. Like this faculty was actually gone extinct. There's only like a few survivors left of it. So yeah. As Collector goes and says like, well, Ethan, like she's actually a spirit like you. As Ethan says like, huh, a spirit like me. Wait, you you're like me, like a spirit? As guys, if you actually don't know, Ethan is actually like a moon spirit. So yeah. As Kotori says like, yep, I am. As Ethan says like, wow, so oh yeah, this mission. What's it about? As Kotori just said like, well, Issei, this mission right there is actually for us to track down spirits. And Issei said like, what do you mean? As Kotori just explains to Issei that, like, these, like, spirits that actually, like, belong, like, like, from the spirit faculty have been showing up as they predict that the spirit is actually going to come here into this town, and so yeah, on. Like she explains to Issei that like if some people from the supernatural world, aka the devils, get their hands on a spirit, they will use us for their powers. Because guys, if you haven't seen the anime, like goddamn, spirits are strong. Like if you like, they can destroy a whole city if they wanted to. That's how powerful they are. Like this is actually perfect, guys. This is actually really perfect. As Issa says, like, oh, so you want me to save them? As right there, Tokiri says, Kotori just says like, yep, that's actually job. As Issa says like, well, I'm actually down. I'm actually down. As Colette says like, well, I actually knew you would actually be a great help, son. As oh yeah, she'll be living with you from now on, just for you guys to get, kind of like your relationship going on. As Ethan said like, yeah, sure, I actually don't mind that. It'll be actually fun having like a little sister. And Corletta says like, yeah, and also, dear Ethan, how come you didn't tell me that you had a girlfriend? Ethan just froze as he said like, g- girlfriend? Oh, you're talking about Verlaine. And Ethan's mother just shows like a dark, like aura, scary aura. As Ethan said like, wait, I can explain. You see, me and Verlaine have actually been going out for some time. As of course, I said like, oh, I actually do know that. I'm actually just disappointed that you actually didn't even tell me. He said like, wait, you knew? She just nods her head, saying like, well, I have been keeping an eye on her. She's actually kind of been somewhat protective over you. She's actually been, not to say anything, she's been kind of stalking you, like following around you to see if you're alright, so you're on. And Ethan's actually a little bit creeped out by this. He didn't even know Verlaine was actually stalking him. As Ethan said, like, is that so? As Quetta said, like, well, I actually kind of actually do like her. And I actually knew she actually found out about me when we actually first met. She's actually been kind of, like, hearing our conversation. So, yeah, it's no big deal. I actually approve of you guys' relationship. Ethan said like, oh, well, thanks. And Kotori said like, oh, so my big bro right there has a girlfriend. Huh, so you will be most right there useful as Issa said like, so what does a girlfriend for me have to do with all this? And Kotori said like, oh, I forgot. So you see, us spirits right there are actually really dangerous, as we have like like some of us have unstable powers. If they go out of control, then they could possibly even hurt someone or even kill somebody. So yeah, as Issa said like, yeah, I figured out that I can nearly right there destroy a whole city if I actually wanted to. As Coach Reed said, like, exactly. So that's why right there, you be going on a date with them. Ethan said, like, wait, a date? You mean like, yep, you've been going out with them and you have to kiss them. As Ethan says, like, so why do I have to go on a date with them? Coach Reed just said, like, wow, you really are dumb. Right there, you have to go on a date with them, make them fall in love with you, and then boom, kiss them and actually steal their powers away. Ethan said, like, easier said than done. Wait, no, I actually can't do that. That means I'll be like a womanizer. And right there, Quillette said, like, oh, my son, he's just so pure. And this is why I actually really adore him. And Kotari just said, like, yep, you're the perfect right there person for this. As he said, like, but I don't want to be a womanizer. And, like, Kotari said, like, you're not going to be a womanizer. Like, literally. You're just right there going on a date with them, making them fall in love with you. Bam! You could possibly have your own harem. As Ethan said, like, I'm not planning to have a harem. Well, I did when I was like young, like a pervert, but I actually don't know. As Coach said, like, well, it's actually decided. And Ethan said, like, wait, I actually don't agree to this. As Quillette said, like, sorry, you actually already did agree. As Ethan said, like, decide, saying, like, ah. Fine, I'll do it. But I had to tell Verlaine about this when she gets back. As you know, like Coulter said, like, very well. As Quilletta said, like, well, I'll be off. Oh, and by the way, Coulter will be actually transferring to your school. So please keep an eye on her. Ethan said, like, very well, mother. As with that, Quilletta leaves, and it's just Ethan and Coulter there. As Kodri just said, like, well, big bro, so tell me, how's your life been? Ethan said, like, my life's actually been, like, somewhat, like, strange. And, you know, like, they just started talking. Ethan just explained to Kotori about, you know, like, his life, like, he was in an orphanage, how he got adopted by the Hyodos until they passed away, and so on. He's been on his own as he explains to her about how he got reincarnated by a devil, so on, and so yeah, does everything. As Kotori is actually really mad, thinking that, man, I already hate that Rias bitch. As Issa is like, you're not the only one who actually hates her, like, honestly. As Kotori just said, like, well, I actually right there actually have to get ready. As Issa says, like, get ready for what? As Kotori says, like, well, a spirit might shows up, and we have to be prepared. I'm actually bringing my team along. Wait, like, Issa just said, like, wait, your team? As Kotori just said, like, yep, my team. As she goes to explain to Issei about the operation and so on, like, it's kind of like similar to what episode 1 to Data Life is. Like, you know, like, Kotori explains who she is, like a director, so on, that how, you know, like, she helps spirits out, you know, like, going on dates, like, kind of like a gaming simulator. And, you know, like, they already, like, set up, like, one game for, like, people who don't have a girlfriend, like, you know, like, virtual girlfriends, so on, like, their phones and so on. As Ethan was actually surprised by this, like, damn, you guys are really good. If I was actually still a pervert, I would probably still fall for that. Coulter said, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you would, yeah. As guys, I'm not gonna be stopping it here. I'm gonna be keep on doing it long. I'm gonna be making it long. As guys, time skip to the next day. As Issei is actually like in bed. He's actually sleeping. As right here, like Issei is actually just having like a nice time. As right there, like Kotori just comes in to Issei's room, and literally she just starts jumping on his bed. Issei just wakes up, so like, what's going on? And Kotori just says like, well, morning, big bro. As Issei says like, Kotori, darling little sister of mine. And Kotori just says like, what is it, darling little brother of mine? Issei said like, can you please leave me alone? I'm trying to sleep. And Kotori just said like, come on, wake up. It kind of like goes to some like like episode 1 in Data Live inside anime. So as Issei just said like, Kotori. Oh, sorry for that noise. And Issei said like, Kotori, I think right now I might have to cover the disease. Kotori said like, what? As Issei said like, it's it's a disease called the tickle disease. As Issei said like, Kotori, run. I think I won't be able to control myself. As Kotori said like, wait, I'm not gonna leave you here. Issei said like, it's too late. The beast has been released. As it goes to watch like episode 1 into like Data Live. Kotori just runs off scared. Issei just like laughing his ass off like, oh my god, I'm totally gonna have fun with her around here. As Issei just gets up, he gets changed. As he goes downstairs. He sees Kotori hiding like behind a table, saying like, "I don't want it right there, the tickle monster to scare me or something." As Issei has a devilish look, as he goes hide behind a chair, like about like few feet where Kotori is. As he goes and jumps out, scares her. As Kotori screams, as right there, Issa says like, "Well, seeing that I got that out of my system, how would you like breakfast?" As Kotori says like, well, that would actually be nice, thank you." As Issa just goes and makes breakfast for him and her. As right there, like like Kotori just watching TV, as you know, it's the news about like, AKA a weather storm, bad weather storm is actually be coming in soon. As Issei said like, well, there actually been a lot of bad weather. Some have actually been from Issei, but mostly they actually been unexpected. As Kotori said like, yeah, it's a spirit. Issei said like, a what? Oh yeah. Wait, do you think right now they're coming here today? As Kotori said like, of course. I actually can feel it. Can you? Issa says like, I can feel something, but I can't detect a spirit. Haven't been a spirit for very long. As Coach says like, well, I hope you're ready, cause this right there is actually gonna be big. Issa just looks at her and he just runs towards her, right in front of her. And Issa says like, wait, are you eating sweets early in the morning? And right there, Ethan just tries to pull out the sweet out of Koteri's mouth, as it's actually useless. As Ethan says, like, fine, just go and eat your breakfast. As it just happens normal during the anime, as we're gonna go time skip to where Ethan and Kotori actually walk into school. As as Issei and Kotori are walking, they actually met up with like Gaspara, as Gaspara just runs towards Issei like, Issei, good morning. As Gaspara has like a little bit confidence now, a little bit, but not a lot, a little bit. As Issei says like, good morning right there, Gaspara. Oh, I actually forgot to introduce you. This is Kotori. As Kotori said like, good morning. I'm actually right there, Issei's little sister. And Gaspar said like, what? You never told me you had a sister? Issei said like, yeah. Unexpected. Sorry about that. He doesn't want to explain to Gaspar that he's actually a spirit, and so on, so not yet. As Gaspara talks to Kotori for like a little bit, she's actually still shy. As they make it to school, as the news is going around like, yo, a new right there, like girl had just entered like the academy, Like she's actually super adorable, way more adorable right there than Konako and so on. The sorry, my apologies, guys. Again, as this is just news going around, hectic wildfire. As Issei is actually like went to his class. As also is looking at Issei, Issei doesn't pay her much attention, including the Zenobia. Zenobia like doesn't like she kind of feels kind of like bad, even though she haven't done anything right there. She actually kind of feels bad for Issei how they actually kind of like treated him like she didn't even knew about it, and she's actually kind of like thinking is kind of a good person to bear right there children with, or is it Issei? As kind of just comes into the classroom saying like, "Yo, have you heard right there? There's actually a new student, and she's totally a hottie." As Issei right there hears this, he gets so pissed as he goes and kicks Kyla to the other side of the room. As everybody was just shocked by this. They never expected they were not expecting Ethan just out of the blue just kick Kyla to the other side of the room. As right there, as sorry, like Kyla just gets up and says, like, hey, man, what was that?" As Ethan says, like, "You talk that bad way to my sister, you're gonna actually get it." As he has a dark aura, Ethan just started like crunching like his knuckles right there, and everybody just said like, "Wait, sister?" And Moriatsu and Matsuba said like, "Wait, you never told us you had a sister." As Ethan said like, "Cause right there, I didn't want to brag about it right there, that I actually have a sister, and I don't want people like you guys fantasizing over her." Now get this straight to every boy in this classroom, and I'm gonna say this once: if you lay an eye on her, do anything perverted, or even try to look at her badly, oh trust me, Ethan just starts releasing like a little bit of his deadly killer attention aura to everybody in the classroom. And Ethan says like, "You won't dare to see the light again, or especially you won't be able to walk or even come to this school." And he says this so darkly, everybody is shaking right now. Heck, even Kyla is actually shaking. As Kyla said, like, "I'm not scared of you." As Ethan just goes right there, picks him up, he said, like, "I'm warning you. If you actually even look at my sister that way, I swear, I'll go break you right now." As Kyla just gulps, and the teacher just walks in and says, like, "What's going on here?" As Ethan said, like, "Oh, there's nothing. I was giving right there the class, like, a proper speech. As I hope you guys actually enjoyed that." As Ethan just goes and sits down to his seat like nothing ever happened. And everybody is literally just scared of Ethan right now. As the teacher just said, like, "Alright, then let's get to learning then." As time skip, we're going to do a time skip to, like, what? Break time. As it's actually break time. Issei and, like, Kotori are actually on the rooftop. They even lunch together because Issei actually made them lunch. Yeah, Issei can cook. He's like Gordon Ramsay. He's like a proper chef. As they eating lunch, Issei and Kotori are just having like a good time. As Issei just said like, "So Kotori, how's your first time at school?" As Kotori just said like, "It's actually fun. The people are actually nice, but the guys." As Ethan said like, "Don't worry. If they actually look at you perverted, I'll break them." As Kotori said like, "It's already just been like one day and you're acting right there, the most big brother ever, the best big brother ever." As Ethan said like, "Well, of course, me and you are alike, and plus, it's actually right there nice to have like a little sister." As Kotori just like there just smiles and like, "Thanks." As her smile turns into like a serious one, say like, right there they're actually watching." As Issa says like, "Oh, yeah, I know that her name is actually called Konako." As Konako is actually like, it's actually far like she's actually far away from them. As she's actually not, like nearly like next to the door rooftop. She's just like watching like Kotori. She actually can feel something off about her, but she actually doesn't know what it is. As right there, like she actually heard the news that Kotori is actually Issei's sister. And this is actually strange. Nobody actually knew Issei had a sister. This even surprises Kotoko. And plus, she likes sweets a lot. So yeah. As Issei said, like, don't bother. I'm pretty sure right there she'll actually just think of something, then after that she would just brush it off like it's nothing. As Kotori said, like, you're right. As time skip right there to the end of the day. Issei is actually just walking home right now. As guys, if you guys are wondering, like, well, yo, what's going on with the with the meter of the faculty? Like, guys, I'm coming to that. I just want to sort some things straight first. Like, if you guys let me talk, I'll sort something out. As as right here, like Issei and Kotori are just walking home together. They make it home. So yeah, on like they just like enjoying themselves until right there is actually like thunderstorms started happening left and right. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. There's actually a hurricane as outside as Kotori said like she's actually here. Issei said like she's here. As right there, Kotori just goes and teleports her and Issei right there to her ship. As Kotori is actually at her ship. Like, I'm not gonna go through the. I'm bad at like remembering names, so I'm not gonna go and tell them their names. If you guys want to know their names, just go watch the anime. So yeah, it's just all there. So guys, it's just right there. As like they're actually on the ship. Kotori just introduce Issei to everybody, like the people who works at you know like the front lines and so on. As like Kotori just goes and asks one of the person to pull up right there like a video cam. As they go and do that, and it goes and shows, aka like Princess, aka Toka, if you guys haven't seen it. So yeah, the Ethan says like, huh? Who is she? As right there, Culture goes and says like, that's Princess. That's what we called her. She's actually a spirit like me and you. Ethan said like, so she's a spirit like us. So you know where she actually came from? As Culture said like, well that's the thing. We actually don't know. Actually don't know. Nor does our mother. Well, your mother know about it. Well, we know that she's a spirit. She's probably been in hiding for so long. We actually don't know where, but here she is. She's been popping up pretty like randomly. As Ethan said, like, what do you mean randomly? As Kotori explained, like, well, for starters, she actually appeared in France, England, Germany, Russia, nearly everywhere right there during the globe. As well, this actually been and they actually like been getting like a rating from like devils, like people from different faculty. She's actually been on a hunt lately. Sorry, as Issa said, like what? So people from the faculty are actually hunting her down. As Kotori said, like yep. They're either right there trying to recruit her or try to make her join the faculty, seeing that how powerful she actually is. At least it says like goddamn people always like power hungry. As Kotori said like, well, I actually am not interested right there in the angels. They're not really that bad. They actually been right there detecting her, but they actually been kind of keeping a low profile on her. They just brush it off. So they're not actually bothering her. It's people from different faculty, like the fallen angels, the devils, mostly the devils, really. As Issa said, like, so what's my job plan right now? As Kotori said, like, oh, well, your plan is, as before she can even speak, one of the person right there working there said, like, Commander, we actually have some problems. As right there, they pull up a video. It's actually Riz and like Sona Parage. They're at the scene. Issa said, like, great, there. As as right there, they said like, wow, this actually might be interesting. You better go there quickly. As with that, Issa just goes and teleports there to the scene. As we're gonna actually change scenes to Ray's point of view. As Reyes and her Parage and also Sona get there, they felt like a massive amount of power there, like coming from here. They go to it and they can see like Princess, aka Toka there, and they can see that she's radiating so much power. She actually created this so much damage. As Rhea says, like, you there, state your name and business now. As right there, like, Princess says, like, who are you? As right there, Rhea says, like, I'm talking to you. Why have you come here? I am Rhea Grimmery, and you had to right there enter my territory. As right there, to, like Princess just takes out her sword, and with that one strike, she goes and lashes it out towards Reyes, missing her completely. As that was just one strike of her sword. Sorry guys. Yeah, sorry guys, I just had to put up like the image. Like there's the image right there of Princess, aka Toka, as she like Reyes was actually surprised by the amount. Like that was just one slash of a sword. Like shroom, it just went past her. She's just eyes widened, especially Sona, as like Princess just pointed her sword like lies. As right there, Reyes is just thinking that power, that's insane. I and she just looks like a princess, and she's saying like, I could recruit her to my barrage. She got to be a good use. As kind of just looking at Princess with just lust in his eyes, saying like, damn, she's actually really pretty. Oh no, 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 no. I actually wanna have her. I wanna have her. As Sona right there is actually thinking like a different thing. Like she's saying like, damn, she's actually powerful. I think right there we actually might have to call in some like tongue twist. I think we actually need to call in like for help or something. As she doesn't want to, but see that the display of power. She sees like that was insane. As like with that they come out like of their shock, and Reyes is like, how dare you attack me? As with that, they get prepared to fight. As with that, Kiba and Zenobia just goes and rush towards Princess with this amazing speed. Princess just goes and puts up a barrier. As the barrier just goes up, gets put up, and it goes and sends like Kiba and Zenobia flying all the way back. As Rhea just shouts out, Kiba, Zenobia. As right there, Rhea just says like Akino. As Akino gets changed into like her priestess outfit, as she goes and shoots lightning towards her. As with Princess Kison right there putting up a barrier, just deflected. As like Akino says like, wow, she's actually strong. As Razor goes and shoots like her demonic powers towards her. As with Princess just deflected with just her bare hands. This shocks Razor like that's impossible. As Konako just goes runs up, and not just Konako, with also like Sona's like Rook as well. I think her Rook is actually Momo. I think I actually don't know. I actually don't know like Sona's like Parage, cause not really shown inside the anime. So yeah, as right there, she goes like two the Rook of like Race Sona goes to attack Princess, with Princess is dodging the attack and just full on right there launching like a magical spell, launching them all the way back to a tree, hitting it so hard as Race, Akino, and like Sona and then Queen just launch an attack together. As it goes right there, hits Princess, and it shows like Princess is actually just literally just fine. As Race and Sona just says like, impossible. As Princess just says like, I have enough of these games. And Princess just goes and takes out her sword. As right there, like she just walks slowly. Kiba Zenobia gets up. Kiba just rushes towards like Princess, as two of them just clash swords with each other. As right there, Kiba is actually having like a hard time as she says like, damn, as the princess is like, you're not worthy. As she goes right there, flings Kiba that not even like even trying. Poof, like poof. And like she goes and sends Kiba flying like all the way back. The princess said like, that's not even she just goes and said like, is that all you got? What a bother. As Zenobia goes and tries to attack her from behind. As literally right there, she goes and sends like a powerful wave towards Prince and towards Zenobia, just getting her pushed all the way back. Kaida is like, right, it's my turn. As Kaida just goes and summons like one wind tornado as a wind hurricane, whatever. As it goes launch towards like the Toka, and with this Toka just slices the attack in half, not even trying. Kyla just like, oh, damn, no way, as the princess just goes and flies in towards um Kyla. As she goes right there, throws a kick towards his stomach, making him go flying into one building. And you guys are wondering like, yo, where are the people? Like they actually kind of like evacuated because hurricane. They're actually taking shelter right now, so nobody's outside. As Issei actually just got there to the fight, he sees that Reyes, Sona, Parash, Mema actually fighting Princess, and they're losing badly. As right there, like Princess just noticed Issei. Issei is just staring at her with as Issei just looking at her like, damn, she's actually beautiful. As Princess does the same towards Reyes, as Issei doesn't even move or even flinch. As Princess goes and lands in front of Issei with a sword sticking out in front of him. As Princess says like, you, what are you doing here? As Issei says like, I actually I didn't come here to fight. As Princess says like, what? Then why are you here? Issei says like, look, I came here to help you. As with that, like Princess just raised her aura, just like another slash, like missing Issei as right there. Princess said like lie, as he just says like, I'm not lying. Look, I'm how can I say this? Look, I'm like you. I this actually surprised Princess saying like what, as Issei says like, I'm I'm telling the truth. I'm actually like you. What actually alike? And Princess says like, how are we alike? As Issa says like, well, for starters, I know that you are a spirit, and I actually want to help you out, cause I am a spirit myself. And this even surprised even Toka says like, you are, as right there, that like before right there, Issa can even respond. Toka just looks behind her to see like an attack coming from Rias, as right there like Toka just goes and flies towards the attack. She just goes and cuts it in half. She goes to appear in front of Rhea, just gives her one powerful kick to the stomach. She goes flying all the way down. As Rhea's already badly injured, Sona goes and throws like a snake serpent, water snake serpent towards her, which she just easily like cuts in half. Ethan's saying like, whoa, she's actually powerful. And Ethan can see like the destruction that even is happening in this town. As like it's not a lot, but damn, and like it's like crazy. As he's just saying like Ethan just saying like, how can that girl be so strong? As guys, Princess is way stronger than Issei. She's way stronger than Issei, but Issei will become strong, probably stronger than her inside the future. But right now, Toka can easily annihilate Issei. If you guys are wondering, like, wait, how? Guys, Issei just figured out he's a spirit. He hasn't been a spirit for very long. For Toka, this has actually been like an ongoing. She's actually fought with people. She actually fought with different races, so she's more superior towards Issei. Especially in Issei, his balance breaker. She can easily right there destroy like she can easily like break it. Also, you're on like so whatever. The That's right there. Like Cerzex and Seraphon just appears inside a magical circle as they can see like the destruction going on. Sona and Reyes are just right there lying on the floor with their parachment but just got beat up as right there like Cerzex just looks at like Princess is like it's you. So like Seraphon just looks at Princess is like you how could you do this to my Sona? As she actually like Cerzex and Seraphon actually knows like what like Princess, cause like yo they actually seen her like a few times. I see how powerful she is. Like she actually came here as Cerzex saying like you actually right there suggest you actually stand down, Princess. As right there, Princess is like you, huh? How pathetic. Never. As right there, she goes and throws like one giant attack, a fully on giant attack, as it just blinds the whole place up. As it blinds everybody there. As Issei is also blinded by this power. It just sends him flying all the way back. As time skip to like a few minutes later, like Ethan is actually like in the airship as he seems like lying on a bed as Kotori just comes out like, oh, you're awake, brother. Ethan's like, damn, she's actually strong. Damn. Ow. And Kotori said like, it's your fault right there for not doing anything, dum dum. Ethan said like, how was I supposed to do something against her? She was actually powerful. As Kotori said like, yeah, she is. And Ethan says as Ethan just goes and says like, wait, where is she? As Kotori said like, oh, her? She actually got away. As Ethan said like, God, thank God. I thought she was actually maybe, like captured. As like Kotori said like, yeah, no, she's actually strong. She's pretty much like on the level of an ultimate class, like devil. Or probably like a high class. Who knows? Ethan just said like, yeah, I can tell. Like I'm like with my level, I can say that I'm actually on the level of like what, a low high class devil. And if you guys are wondering like, wait, why are you trying to make Ethan look weak? Guys, I'm not. I'm just trying to balance it out. I'm not gonna make him like ultimate class devil like bam like that. Like come on. As right there, like Coach Aretha said like, well, she's actually got away, but the damage with that actually happened, they're just leaving it right there for like the hurricane fault. As Ethan said, like, well, okay, so what now? As Coach Teresa said, like, might suggest you actually come back here again. For us, we actually don't know where she actually went to. As Ethan said, like, well, man, I just hope she's actually alright. When I actually looked into her eyes, she seems like sad. As Kotori said, like, wow, my big brother's already fallen in love. As Issei said, like, oh, just shut up right there, Kotori. As guys, I think I might end it here. If you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys inside the next like video. And also, I'll be making a Naruto What If Kaguya Had a Daughter. Don't worry, I'll be recording that, so I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. So if you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys inside the next one.